Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, terror has won. Radicals have won. Gun-wielding zealots have prevailed. Scenes that I, as an aspiring journalist, witnessed close to 3 decades ago, have returned to haunt me. If we in India can feel that chill go down our spine, spare a thought for our Afghan brothers and sisters, for whom life has turned upside down in the past 24 hours. These are unprecedented scenes, my dear viewers. Hopelessness and despair, driving citizens to cling on to flying aircrafts. They have nowhere to go. They have their lives, which they feel will be butchered by the brutes who are running amok in the city, threatening to control each aspect of their lives. They will impose rules and laws that have no place in the modern world. This is an ugly manifestation of plundering the land of Afghanistan by various interests over the years. Tonight, there will be more Afghan citizens who will try and escape the clutches of these brutes or succumb to the treacherous rule of terrorists as the world watches helplessly. If it was a bloodless coup, as many in India are calling it, then would people be running the way they are on runways of the Kabul airport? Would people just hang on to the wheels and the wings of aircraft just to escape Kabul? Would they fall just like you see in those pictures from a plane when it reaches those heights in a complete act of desperation? Those are not visuals of people welcoming a democracy or even a bloodless coup. Times now has tracked down the tragic crisis unfolding before our very eyes. Take a look at this report. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings me to the legitimate question on the News Hour tonight. The lobby within India legitimizing Taliban, is that right? And that's the debate coming up on the other side. Taliban, Islamist terror back. That's the hashtag and the debate coming up.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Tariq Fatah, columnist and author, joins me live. Also with us this evening, Shehzad Poonawala, Abdul Razak Khan, political analyst, Dr. Fuad Halim, leader of the CPIM, Majid Hydari, political analyst. But my first question goes to Faiz Ahmed Faizi, leader of the Peace Party, joining me live from Gorakhpur. और फैज अहमद फैजी साहब, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं, आपने कहा है कि ये आज़ादी की लड़ाई है और हर इंसान को आज़ादी की लड़ाई लड़ने का हक है। आपको लगता है तालिबान आज़ादी की लड़ाई लड़ रहा था और अब जो तस्वीरें वहां से आ रही हैं लोगों के भागने की, रनवे पे दौड़ने की, प्लेन के पहियों से लटकने की और फिर गिर जाने की, और उसके बाद वहां के पार्लियामेंट से AK-47 लेकर जो तालिबान खड़ा हुआ है, ये आपको आज़ादी की लड़ाई नजर आ रही है फैजी साहब?
मैम, अगर ये आज़ादी की लड़ाई नहीं होती तो वो तहलुगारत खून खराबा होता, मगर जिस शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से तालिबान अफगानिस्तान में घुसा और सबको अमान दिया और सबको अपने घरों में रहने के तो खिलाफ, और वो वहाँ का मसला होने के नाते वो वहीं के बाशिंदे हैं और अपने हक पे।
तो आप समझ रहे हैं कि ये सही किया उन्होंने और हमें इसके लिए तालियां बजानी चाहिए यहाँ हिंदुस्तान में बैठे।
सही और गलत का फैसला करने नहीं बैठा मैं सही और गलत का फैसला करने नहीं बैठा। तो मेरा कहने का सिर्फ इतना ही मतलब है कि हर कंट्री की अपने अपने वो इशू होते हैं, अपने अपने तो होते हैं। अब हमारे देश में देख लीजिए, हम भी धरना प्रदर्शन करते हैं, भूख हड़ताल करते हैं। आज हमारे देश में किसान बैठा हुआ है, कहीं नौजवान बैठा हुआ है।
अच्छा,
तो
हमें और हमारे किसानों के प्रदर्शन में और तालिबान में कोई फर्क नहीं है।
हमारे कहने का तात्पर्य, हमारे कहने का मतलब ये है कि वहाँ हथियारों से उपयोग किया जाता है, यहाँ क्या नाम है, आप अहिंसा तरीके से, हम अहिंसा के पुजारी हैं, हम गांधी को भी मानते हैं और क्या नाम,
और तालिबान को भी मानते हैं, हम गांधी को भी मानते हैं, हम तालिबान को भी मानते हैं। मिस्टर तारिक फतह, फैजी साहब here wants us to believe that it is just a form of protest. AK-47 taunting zealots, brutes are actually only protesting, and through their protest they have got their azadi, is what he calls. Is this the worldview on what the Taliban has been and could be in the coming future?
Let's not worry about the Taliban in Afghanistan. Let's worry about the Taliban in India. This is how the Taliban sound. The gentleman, whatever he was saying, he qualifies to be a citizen of Pakistan. I can't understand why do they stay back in India when the contempt for constitutional democracy is such that they consider Taliban's atrocities as a liberation war. People who could compare Bhagat Singh with our freedom fighters with these barbarians who slaughter people, maybe. The problem is the Muslim leadership in India, which still considers the Sharia principle, which comes from Deoband. The whole laws are written, everything is documented, that women are possessions of men. There are fatwas as how you can beat women. There are fatwas as to how you can have more than 4 wives. What he would understand कि आपने सीधे हाथ में जो है उसको भी रखो, 1 को रखो, 2 को रखो, 3 को रखो, 4 को रखो. ये इनकी सोच है. ये उस 12वीं सदी से नहीं निकले हैं, ये 21वीं सदी के काबिल नहीं है. और इसीलिए इनको जब अफगानिस्तान में औरतों की साथ शिद्दत से बाप बच्चों को जब, बेटियों को जब बेचता है, तो इनके दिल में खुशी दौड़ती है. ये उन ख्वाबों में पड़ जाते हैं जो इन्होंने पुरानी दिल्ली की उर्दू की किताबों में पढ़ा होता है कि बादशाह सलामत थे, यूं कारपेट पे उड़ते थे, उनके साथ लौंडियां होती थीं, अवध के नवाब 400 लौंडियां रखते थे. ये पूरा औरतों को इंसान नहीं समझने की फिलॉसफी है जो आप तालिबान को छोड़िए, इंडिया के अंदर जो भी देवबंदी है, जो भी देवबंद के फॉलोअर्स हैं जैसे तालिबान हैं, उनकी यही सोच है. उनके सामने औरत इंसान है ही नहीं. शी इज अ प्रोडक्ट दैट कैन बी सोल्ड, दैट कैन बी बॉट एंड दैट कैन बी प्लंडर्ड. इसीलिए हम सब मुसलमान जो हैं हिंदुस्तान के, उनकी माएं हिंदू हैं, क्योंकि इन्होंने उठा के सब किया था ना. तो इनको तो खुशी ये नसीब होती है कि इनका दिल मचल जाता है कि अरे भाई वो वक्त आ गया इस्लाम का, तो फिर औरतें उठाएंगे.
अफगानिस्तान को अस्थिर करना
भाई, औरतें उठाने के शौक है, चले जाओ ना अफगानिस्तान. हिंदुस्तान में क्यों बैठे हुए हो?
जितने भी विश्व में अशांति फैलती है,
अरे छोड़िए साहब, जाइए पाकिस्तान. एक जरा ज्यादा तो नर्वस ही आए हैं तो आप वहाँ अफगानिस्तान चले जाएं. ये क्या हिंदुस्तान, ये तो सिविलाइजेशन है.
फैजी साहब, आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, क्या ये महज एक इत्तेफाक है, क्या ये महज एक इत्तेफाक है कि वहाँ पाकिस्तान में इमरान खान और यहाँ पीस पार्टी जो समाजवादी पार्टी की अलायंस पार्टनर रह चुकी है 2019 तक, इन दोनों को तालिबान के बारे में आज बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा महसूस हो रहा है. और अब्दुल रज़ाक खान, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूं, मिस्टर अब्दुल रज़ाक खान, do you call this a part of democracy with an AK-47 when people are standing in parliament and when people are trying to run away from there, and we've all seen over the last 30 years, we've all seen what the Taliban has stood for. Do you call this a freedom struggle that has come to fruition? Is that how you see this?
Navika, every citizen of his country has the right to live the way he wants to live. Now, if Talibans are majority in Afghanistan and if they want to have their own kind of government or a dictatorship or whatever, why should India be worried? They are the native citizens, they are the nationalists, let them decide the way they want. If we are speaking about the atrocities against small percentage of people who are running towards the airport, are we not seeing atrocities in any other countries in the world, like China for that matter, or Korea for that matter? I am saying there are atrocities. For that we should not be worried so much. Why are we reading so much in
atrocities
Afghanistan?
should not
They
bother
are the
us.
native citizens. So what you
Atrocities
mean to
should
say
not
is
bother
that
us at
let
all.
them be under the American
You know,
army.
what if a
So
small
you want them
fraction
to
of
be
people
slaves?
are running towards
So
the
you want them to
airports
be
and
slaves
falling
under the US
and
Army?
falling from aircraft, Mr.
Let them
Gaurav
enjoy
Bhatia?
independence, live
We
the
should
way they
not
want.
worry about atrocities. Mr. Abdul Razak Khan has suddenly
Navika ji,
becoming
they have been
very
living like
peace-loving
slaves under the
with the
US
Peace
Army.
Party of India and the Samajwadi Party of India, and he says the small fraction of people running or falling from aircraft should not bother us, because after all they have a right to do what they have to do, and this so-called
Millions of
taking
people
of
have been
power
jailed in
at the end
China
of an
because it's
azadi
not
ki
for
ladai is something that they support. Wah!
Navika, first of all, first things first. Your channel is viewed by many, and on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party, I am reiterating the statement issued by the Ministry of External Affairs. Our first commitment is to ensure that every citizen of India is brought back safely to India, and we have to also ensure the lives of the diplomats who have served our country is protected. And therefore, this will always remain our first priority, just like it was when we saw very difficult situations in Yemen, in Sudan and other countries. Now let me come to these people. I am not at all surprised by their statements, but I'm pained like any other citizen. I did not know that twin brother of Abdul Ghani Baradar lives in India. You know why they speak like this, Navika? They are comparing these barbaric people from Afghan Taliban to Sardar Bhagat Singh and other patriots. Bhagat Singh ji gave his life for
Sir,
the
what
dignity
happened in
of
Myanmar?
women. Abdul
What
Razak
happened
अगर
in
बीच में
Burma?
बोले
Were there
उखाड़
not
के फेंक दूंगा,
atrocities
याद
in
रखना।
Burma?
बीच में मत बोलना
Did
बीच में
India
मत
not
बोलना,
give
बदतमीज
vaccines to
आदमी।
Burma?
बीच में मत
Despite
बोलना
atrocities,
बदतमीज आदमी बीच
क्या
में मत
मोदी
बोल
सरकार वैक्सीन
बीच में
दी
मत
थी
बोल
बर्मा को?
सुन
क्या बर्मा में
भगत सिंह बोलाती है
atrocities नहीं
जिन्होंने
हुए?
जान दे दी
क्या बर्मा में
तुम्हारे लिए
atrocities नहीं हुए?
धर्म
Does India
पर है,
not have
हमारे
good
लिए देश
relations
ऊपर है
with Burma?
गद्दार
So why are you
गद्दार
worried with
कहीं के
Afghanistan?
महिलाओं
Just
के
because they
साथ
are
बलात्कार
Muslims?
हो तुम यहाँ बैठ
Just
के
because they
प्रवचन
are
दोगे
Muslims? Why are you so much worried?
कितना गिरोगे चुल्लू पर पानी गायब हो
बर्मा में
जाएगा
atrocities
तुम्हारे
नहीं
लिए
हुई।
एक बूंद पानी
क्या
काफी
चाइना
है
में atrocities
बदतमीज
नहीं हुई है?
आदमी बीच में बोलते
क्या
नाविका
चाइना में
आज
atrocities
Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, allow me to come in. Allow me to come in here, Mr. Abdul Razak Khan. Mr. Abdul Razak Khan, आप atrocities की बात कर रहे हैं, मैं आपको बताती हूँ. Danish Siddiqui, a colleague of ours, a journalist by profession, who took his life? The Taliban. Just a few days ago. अभी उनकी माता जी के अभी उनकी माँ के आंख के आंसू सूखे भी नहीं होंगे और आप कह रहे हैं कि ये आजादी की लड़ाई है जो तालिबान लड़ रहा है और a fraction of people if they are running towards the airports we should not worry about this atrocity. Hold on Abdul Razak Khan, hold on Abdul Razak Khan, I will come back to you. For the moment I'm lowering your fader. For the moment, I'm lowering your fader, and I want Mr. Gaurav Bhatia to respond to the fact that Danish Siddiqui, I mean, महीना भी नहीं हुआ है, और ये कह रहे हैं atrocities छोटी मोटी हमें सोचनी नहीं चाहिए.
नहीं नाविका दानिश सिद्दीकी gave his life for a cause. What about the Indian citizens who are stuck there, stranded? Their family members are waiting. And these people are actually standing with the barbaric Talibanis. You know why? For them, the idea of democracy is not important. The thread of Islamic religion binds them together.
That's the point.
I'm scared today. that if there is an Talibani attack on our country, these people will say, ये तो हमारे भाई है, ये इस्लाम को फॉलो करते हैं, आप भारतीय हो, जो आप भाड़ दे, ये मुझे ज्यादा चिंता का सबब लगता है. And let me tell them, India is strong enough to crush these people. India will diplomatically take a stand, but we will always be on the side of democracy and rule of law.
Well, Mr. Tariq Fateh, I want to ask you, when people say, थोड़ी सी atrocity के लिए इतना शोर क्यों, except Taliban, how would you respond? Is this the Islamist thread that binds them together? कि इनको ये सब नजर नहीं आता है? दानिश सिद्दीकी का इस्लाम नजर नहीं आता? तालिबान का नजर आता है?
These are people who, till today, we've just gone through the month of Muharram, who played with the severed head of the grandson of the Prophet. They established the caliphate in Damascus while kicking his head. For 50 years, they used to curse the Prophet's family in Mecca. These are the people who came to India and occupied Sindh and then went with the Lodhis and the Khaljis and all that people. Inka kasoor nahi hai. It is a genetic disorder. For them, bloodshed is part and parcel of their ethos. Otherwise, why would 500,000 Syrians die to determine who was a right type of a Shia? Yemen is happening. Thank God for the Crown Prince in Saudi Arabia that he finally said there has to be something done. And he said, let Ramayana and Mahabharata be taught to our children, because the Prophet said that I feel fresh air and scented air from the land of Hind. He never said anything wrong. But these people who are in India with a deep-seated hatred of the Hindu, they will never accept these facts. I have seen in Old Delhi a cricket team wearing a Pakistani uniform. It is a painful existence, and you have tolerated that in the name of ahimsa and peace and brotherhood and secularism. The people in Canada, for example, the Muslims, the Indian Muslims or Pakistani, they are all celebrating Taliban. There are people who are wearing green suits and flags yesterday in the malls over here. जी जीत गए जिहाद में असम मारा काफिरों को जनाब होश ठिकाने आ गए. You are dealing with mentally deranged people who need to be educated and told without reason, without intellect, you are nothing. You cannot make a shoe. You cannot make a sewing needle. You have not made anything in the last 500 years. Why? तो पूछे इनसे क्यों नहीं हो रहा? Why do they insist on sending the children to madrasa? Because education is not important. It's free, and the child is made to memorize. He is not made to think. He is beaten up. He is sodomized over there. The girls are raped. All the madrasas are known.
Well, I don't know if all of them do the same, but to have a perverse thought that this is Azadi ki ladai is clearly a revolting thought that is being expressed. And let me get in Dr. Fuad Halim. Dr. Fuad Halim, do you think at this time we should be calling this a freedom struggle like ours? You know, that's what the Peace Party has called it. And you would, before you actually say, why are you worried about the Peace Party? Well, I'm worried about the Peace Party because till about a year and a half ago, they were in an alliance with a party of Uttar Pradesh, the Samajwadi Party, a party that is part of many of the opposition, unity charades that go on every now and then. So I want to ask you, Dr. Fuad Halim, do you also say that this is a bloodless coup and a transfer of power and an Azadi ki ladai that's come to fruition?
Well, I'll start off with your comments because you mentioned Jaish and Lashkar and the threat that these organizations can pose to India, but you didn't mention Al-Qaeda. And I'll tell you, Navika, why you never mentioned Al-Qaeda. The reason why you never mentioned Al-Qaeda is because on the 29th of February last year, 2020, the US government and the Taliban had a meeting in Doha and they had a treaty of friendship. I repeat for you, listen to me clearly. They had the Treaty of Friendship. It was signed by the State Secretary, Mr. Mike Pompeo, and it was signed by Mr. Baradar, who is tipped off to be now the head of the Afghan state. And these two people met with their entire entourage in Doha, and they chalked out a time schedule which was limited to 14 months, and within the first 35 days the US had committed that they will withdraw 5,000 troops, and within the next 14 months they will evacuate Afghanistan. Now that treaty is there on the net, and what we are seeing now in Afghanistan is the play out of the treaty, and the foundations of the treaty, let me inform you, was that America had told Taliban that you will sever your connections with Al-Qaeda. That was one of the reasons why you're not mentioning Al-Qaeda on your program today, Navika. The second thing is that the US has committed to the Taliban.
I'm glad,
that
Dr.
they
Fuad
will
Halim,
work to
I'm
remove
glad,
the
Dr.
names of the
Fuad Halim,
Taliban
that you're
against whom
attributing
sanctions-
no
Let me
motives
finish,
to the
let me finish.
Taliban, but
Let
you're
me finish,
attributing
sir.
motives to me. Great.
Let me
Great. You know, this is the feeling of fellowship. This
Now
is the feeling of
the US
brotherhood.
and the Taliban, it's news for you, Navika. It should be news for you
mind reading.
that the US has committed to the Taliban in that treaty of friendship that they are going to work to ensure that the names of those people and those organizations of the Taliban against whom sanctions exist in the American government, by the American government and the UN, will be removed. That's the American commitment to the Taliban. The third thing that I'd like to mention to you, let's be very clear, is that the last time that the government of India dealt with the Taliban, we had a BJP government. And it was Vajpayee who had said that moderate elements of the Taliban should be included in the Afghan government. Now that's the background in which we are now working towards at this point of time as to how India should prepare its reaction to what's happening in Afghanistan. Let's be very clear. This is a very well planned out process. The Americans are committed to it. The Taliban is committed to it. The people of Afghanistan has been left in the lurch. And that is where you are getting these pictures from. The common man in Afghanistan has been abandoned. The common man did not get any sort of relief while America was occupying Afghanistan, and it is not going to get any relief with this handover, which is well orchestrated by the US and the Taliban forces together. That treaty is available, and what is happening before your eyes is a play out of the commitment of both sides.
So what you're saying, that we should welcome the move.
With the USA.
What's your short point?
The government of India has sided with the United States of America on this question. The government of India has compromised the interests of the people of India by siding with the Americans' viewpoint on this issue. They have supported America in taking this forward with the Taliban. Our foreign ministry has been sleeping over this issue. India,
Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, all this while when Dr. Fuad Halim's guns were pointing towards me, it was actually a message to you that he was trying to send, that you have blindly followed the United States of America, and today what you are seeing is a result of that. You didn't say anything then, why complain now? Respond to him.
Fuad Halim is very eloquent otherwise, but today I think maybe he forgot to even mention Taliban, the atrocities that they are committing. And the real problem, Navika, he has tonight is with you and me. Fuad Halim ji, just so that you are aware, the foreign minister, Jaishankar ji, well in advance, had a meeting. He went to Russia. He went to other countries also.
Did you accept the treaty between the US and the Taliban?
Did I interrupt you?
Did the government of India take a position on the treaty that the US government took with the Taliban? No, you have to answer on behalf of the government. What is the government of India's position on the treaty of friendship that the US
on a shaky wicket? 1 minute, Mr. Gaurav Bhatia, he is asking you a straight question and you need to respond. He is asking you, if there was a treaty, did the government of India take a position on it? Yes or no? You have to respond to that.
I am responding to it, and the stand of the Indian government, Navika, has been very, very clear. You know, he brings up a treaty, and I am supposed to disclose it on national television.
Please put that
India is a party to it or not.
Clarity on that position.
I am clarifying, if you know. What is the stand of the Indian government? I'm stating the position if you hear me out. If you don't, I can't do anything about it. I want to only say two things to you. First of all, you know, it has been a clear stand of the government that we are engaging in a dialogue with an elected government, and that is why we were talking to the elected government. We were not talking to any organization that does not believe in rule of law. Second, very well in advance, Navika, I would like to tell Fuad Halim ji that in the month of July,
on this treaty of friendship between America and Taliban,
Mr.
did the government
Fuad
of
Halim
India take a position? The Americans
the
declared
government-
that they will leave Afghanistan in 14 months on the 29th of February 2020. What was the position of the government of India?
Right. Fuad Halim ji, as we discuss this right now, United Nations Security Council is discussing all these issues. India is diplomatically taking a stand there. I don't think we need to deliberate and discuss
What
everything.
was the government
on
of
that.
India's position on
Fuad
the
Halim ji,
1st
what
of
is your
March
position
2020 on this
Taliban?
treaty?
You tell me. Left position on Taliban.
Well, Dr. Fuad Halim, Dr. Fuad Halim, while you know, what do you want Mr. Gaurav Bhatia to say? There are thousands of Indian citizens still in Afghanistan. What do you want Mr. Gaurav Bhatia to say? You know, it's like putting the government of India in a situation, damned if you do, damned if you don't. What do you want? You know, I can ask you the same question. What was your position? What was your position, and why were you sleeping, considering you're such a conscientious political party in India? Why did you not raise a hue and cry over this so-called treaty which is suddenly troubling you, Shehzad Poonawala? Is that question not valid to be asked of Dr. Fuad Halim tonight?
In India and in Afghanistan.
Mr. Fuad Halim,
Navika,
for
since
the
I'm
last
getting an
time I will
opportunity
say
after
United
34 minutes, I hope I'll get 34 seconds uninterrupted. If it's not possible, I'll wait for another 15 minutes till the end of the show, as you please.
Protected by the government of India. The government of India has
As you please,
betrayed these
Navika. I've
interests.
waited 34 minutes. I
1
can
minute.
wait another
Make your
15.
point.
There's no
Make your
problem.
point,
If you want
Shehzad
me to
Poonawala.
speak, I'll only make a point if I'm going to be dignified with the courtesy I showed. Thank you, Navika. First of all, the visuals that we've seen from Afghanistan today, the cruel visuals of the manner in which Taliban is taking over, सबसे पहले मैं कम से कम देश के सबसे देखे जाने वाले 9 बजे के शो पर कम से कम प्लेन और प्लेन के पहिए पर 1000 लानतें भेजता हूं, क्योंकि ऐसा लगता है कि देश में कई सारी मंडलियां हैं जो चुनी हुई भारत की सरकार को फैसिस्ट और मोदी को हिटलर बोल देती है, पर आज वो मंडलियां तालिबान के खिलाफ कोई स्टैंड नहीं ले पा रही है। वो कौन सी ऐसी मंडली है? इस्लामोफोबिया मंडली, भारत में मुसलमान के मारे जाने पर हल्ला मचाती है, वहां पर मुसलमान को काट रहा है, कुछ शब्द नहीं बोल रहे। शाहीन बाग वाली मंडली, सीए कानून पर पूरी फौज निकल पड़ी थी, आज उनके मुंह में जो है फेविकॉल लगी हुई है। इसके अलावा जो बाइडेन मंडली, एक मंडली थी जो कह रही थी यस वी डिड इट जो, आज वो जो बाइडेन वाली उदारवादी मंडली भी खामोश है। और मंडली जो तालिबान को गुड तालिबान और बैड तालिबान में भी बांटने की मंडली है इस देश में, वो भी मंडली आज खामोश है। सवाल मेरा केवल इतना है नाविका, आज जो लोग बैठे हैं, पीस पार्टी के एक व्यक्ति बैठे हैं, मैं उनसे पूछना चाहता हूं, वो कह रहे पीसफुल ट्रांजिशन हुआ, AK-47 ले जाकर पीसफुल ट्रांजिशन कर रही थी तालिबान। दानिश सिद्दीकी को मारना पीसफुल ट्रांजिशन था क्या? उनके हाथ में गुलाब था या AK-47 था? एंड आई एम शॉक्ड दैट नॉट ओनली हैव द फ्रीडम फाइटर्स बीन कंपेयर्ड टू तालिबान, बट इवन द किसान ऑफ दिस कंट्री हैज बीन कंपेयर्ड टू तालिबान। पर क्या बोले, यहां पर अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स ऐसे चल रही है कि समाजवादी पार्टी कहती है वो पीसफुल ट्रांजिशन कर रहे हैं, वो एक तरीके से फ्रीडम फाइटर्स है। पीस पार्टी कहती है कि भाई ये निजाम मुस्तफा कायम करेंगे और न्याय लाएंगे। तो मैं पूछना चाहता हूं पीस पार्टी के व्यक्ति से, कब जा रहे हैं वो काबुल? या तो वो प्लेन पर लटकते हुए चले जाए और लटकते हुए वापस आ जाएंगे, काबुल हो आएंगे, एक बार तालिबान का स्वागत सत्कार भी करने चले जाएंगे। अब आते हैं लेफ्ट पार्टीज की ओर। मैं इनसे पूछना चाहता हूं कि इनका स्टैंड क्या है? क्या स्टैंड है उन लोगों पर जो शरिया को संविधान के ऊपर रखते हैं? क्या आज जो कॉमन फैक्टर है इन सभी लोगों में कि वो शरिया को ऊपर रखते हैं और संविधान को नीचे रखते हैं, क्या वो हर चीज पर एक स्पेसिफिक स्टैंड लेंगे? क्या आज आप सीए कानून के समर्थन में उतरेंगे? क्या आज आप कहेंगे कि हम 3 तलाक का जो कानून सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने बोला लाने के लिए, आज उसकी हमने मुखालफत की, उसके लिए हम माफी मांगते हैं? क्या आज आप कहेंगे कि हम माफी मांगते हैं कि हमने इस देश में अपीलमेंट के लिए हमने शरिया को
आपके
सपोर्ट करने
होठ
वाले
सिले हुए
ताकतों
थे।
को आज तक सपोर्ट किया।
आपके
और मैं
होठ
एक और
सिले
बात
हुए
कहना
थे,
चाहता हूँ
सरकार की
फाइनली
होठ
नाविका,
सिली हुई थी।
just one point that I
ये
want
जो
to
आज
say
हो रहा
today, if
अफगानिस्तान में,
Peace Party,
इसके
Majid
बारे में
Haidari
जानकारी
and
नहीं
others
थी।
in this
गवर्नमेंट
panel
ऑफ इंडिया
are
कह दे
supporting Taliban,
कि ये
calling
जो
them good
ट्रीटी हो
Taliban,
रही थे,
do they agree
ये
with the
ट्रीटी के
version of
बारे में
Taliban,
उनसे कोई
of Islam
knowledge
that
नहीं
Taliban
थी।
is propagating?
कबूल कर ले,
Do they
आपके साथ
associate with the
कबूल
fact
कर ले,
that
आप
Muslim
भी
girls should
कबूल
not
कर
be
लीजिए, ये
educated?
सब
Do they
मैटर तो
associate with the
तालिबान
fact
और
that
नहीं,
Muslim
Dr.
women
Fuad
should
Halim,
be
Dr.
dancing?
Fuad
They
Halim,
can't tell us
my short question to you, Dr. Fuad Halim, and to Mr. Majid Haidari. Mr. Majid Haidari is one question that is bothering me tonight is that we are just so very happy to get up and question the Indian government. Well, it's your right. Do so. Do so, 50 times a day, 100 times a day, 1,000 times a day, as much as you please. आप सवाल पूछिए, लेकिन आप मुझे एक जवाब दे दीजिए और ये बता दीजिए कि तालिबान जो टेक ओवर कर रही है अफगानिस्तान में, ये अच्छा है? Is this a good step? Is the AK-47 gun-toting visual of the Talibanis inside the parliament, inside the seat of power, inside the governor's house, are these good sights? Do they infuse any confidence in terms of the establishment of a democratic government? Do you think this is, fruition of a independent struggle that is likened to the Indian freedom movement against the British?
Yes.
Will you comment on that?
Well, Navika Saiba, I say that holding harmonious relations with Taliban, the worthy Taliban, I would say, is supposed to be a diplomatic necessity for government of India. Firstly, because when our immediate neighbors, China and Pakistan and Iran, are ready to hold good relations and support the kind of...
So because Pakistan is doing so, we should do so. Because Pakistan is doing so, we should do so.
Navika Saiba, at least give me 40 seconds. I have waited for 40 minutes.
नहीं, मैं सवाल पूछ रही हूँ ना, समझ नहीं आया.
जी, मैं वही जवाब आपको दे रहा हूँ. See, I am saying that there are two reasons why government of India should hold harmonious relations with Taliban. The first point is that the immediate neighboring countries from China to Pakistan to Iran are holding good relations, so we too should join them and we should not be a daggers for the sake of it with the Taliban. The second point is that government of India is signatory to what has happened in Afghanistan today. And third point is I see a divinity in what is happening in Afghanistan.
Divinity?
It has happened on August 16. What happened in India was on August 15, yes. मुझे तालिबान में मंगल पांडे दिखता है. टाइम्स नाउ मैं क्या करूं? ये लीजिए. I find that element of divinity. It is
my God!
Afghanistan's freedom. It was.
Oh my God!
अल्लाह मियां आ गए, उन्होंने किया सब ये डिविनिटी से.
Yes, there is an element of divinity.
तालिबान और मंगल पांडे, माजिद हायदरी, आप आपके पास पासपोर्ट तो होगा ना, आप वो पासपोर्ट लीजिए और निकल जाइए, क्योंकि कुछ ना कुछ फ्लाइट इंडियंस को लेने जाएगी, आपको वहां ड्रॉप कर देगी. आप उस डिविनिटी में उनके साथ रहिए. कम से कम हीरोज ऑफ इंडियन फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल को यहाँ बैठकर गाली मत दीजिए. अगर आपको तालिबान में मंगल पांडे नजर आ रहा है,
Taliban fought the Firangis. What is the difference? मंगल पांडे ने गोरों से लड़ा.
मंगल पांडे ने अपनी जान दी थी, मासूमों को मारा नहीं था. माजिद हायदरी, इस तरह से प्लेन से लोग गिरे नहीं थे और भागकर दौड़कर रनवे में भागते हुए नजर नहीं आए थे वो. मिस्टर तारिक फतेह,
देखिए, ये हिंदुस्तान की सोच में फरंगी है अरब, अफगान, ईरानी, मोहम्मद बिन कासिम. एक सेकंड खामोश रहना, प्लीज कीप क्वाइट, चुप करो. 4 बीवियों वाले चुप करो. एक सेकंड. अरे भाई, क्या अपनी बीवी बोलो? 4 शादियां करने वाले बेकार लोग. देखिए,
आपका कोई हक नहीं.
अरे भाई हैं
माजिद हायदरी साहब,
क्या कर लोगे?
माजिद हायदरी साहब, मंगल पांडे को आप तालिबान से कंपेयर कर रहे हैं और उसके बाद समझ रहे हैं कि यहाँ आपको बोलने की इजाजत दी जाएगी. माजिद हायदरी साहब, कल हमने अपना 74वां आजादी दिवस, स्वतंत्रता दिवस मनाया और आज आप मंगल पांडे को गाली दे रहे हैं. माजिद हायदरी साहब, आप हिंदुस्तानी हैं, कौन सा पासपोर्ट है आपके पास? कौन सा?
अरब है, अरब पासपोर्ट है इनके पास,
राष्ट्रवादी होके ये बात कर रहा हूं।
पाकिस्तानी है,
मैं राष्ट्रवादी
अरे
हूं, इसलिए मुझे
पाकिस्तानी
राष्ट्रवादी होकर आप मंगल पांडे और तालिबान को कंपेयर कर रहे हैं।
बताइए।
माजिद हैदरी माफी मांगिए, माफी मांगिए आज न्यूज़र पर, माफी मांगिए आप न्यूज़र पर। इस तरह से इंडियन फ्रीडम फाइटर्स को अगर आपने तालिबान से कंपेयर करना है तो कम से कम आपकी जरूरत नहीं है ना। आप माफी मांगिए या उठकर चले जाइए, माफी मांगिए या उठकर चले जाइए। माजिद हैदरी मंगल पांडे को तालिबान कहने वाला इस शो पर नहीं बैठ सकता।
नहीं, मुझे तालिबान में स्वतंत्र से नहीं दिखता है।
आप माफी मांगिए या उठकर चले जाइए, उठकर चले जाइए। आप उठकर चले जाइए माजिद हैदरी। कम से कम हम आपको बर्दाश्त नहीं करेंगे यहां पर। ये हमारा भारत है। मंगल पांडे जो हैं वो हमारे स्वतंत्रता सेनानी हैं। आपको अगर उनकी इज्जत नहीं है तो पता नहीं क्यों आप भारत देश में रहते हैं, यहां की हवा सूंघते हैं और यहां की मिट्टी पर रहते हैं। तारिक फतेह, हमारी प्रॉब्लम यह है कि हमें ऐसे लोगों को भी बर्दाश्त करना पड़ता है।
यही आपकी गलती है। आपने पीछे देखा उन्होंने क्या लिखा हुआ था, अल्लाह का साइन लगाया हुआ था, यानी वो उस बहस में भी अल्लाह ताला को इन्वोक करते, ये डिविनिटी की बात कर रहे हैं आप। यू माइट बी सरप्राइज बट अ लार्ज सेगमेंट ऑफ दीज डिमेंटेड पीपल रियली बिलीव दे आर सोल्जर्स ऑफ अल्लाह, देयर ड्यूटी इज टू डिस्ट्रॉय इंडिया। जस्ट जो पूरा हिंद का है, जिसको ये कहते हैं कि हमारा अल्टीमेट मोटिव है, हर मस्जिद का मोटिव है गजवा हिंद, हर हिंदू को, हर हिंदू टेंपल को गिराना है। ये चुप करके मुस्कुरा के बात करते हैं, ये सामने आके बात नहीं कर सकते। ये अपनी मस्जिदों में जो बदुआएं देते हैं।
अब्दुल रज़ाक खान, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ,
आप मजे की बात देखिए,
आप भी माजिद हैदरी जैसी सोच रखते हैं? आप भी माजिद हैदरी जैसी सोच रखते हैं? मंगल पांडे को तालिबान से कंपेयर करते हैं?
देखिए नाविका जी, नहीं वो तो सरासर गलत बात है। मैं सिर्फ इतनी बात कहना चाहता हूं कि कोई भी कंट्री में कोई भी सिटीजन को अपने हिसाब से जीने का हक है। 20 सालों से अमेरिकन आर्मी के नीचे अफगानी गुलामों की जिंदगी गुजार रहे थे।
अगर उनको हक है तो वो सिटीजन भाग क्यों रहे हैं, जान क्यों दे रहे हैं? आप सुनिए और मैं आपको सुनाती हूँ, अभी आपको सुनाती हूँ वो साउंड, वो जो तस्वीरों में बच्चे औरतें भाग रही हैं एयरपोर्ट की तरफ और पीछे गोलियों की तड़तड़ाहट आ रही है। ये आपको आजादी का नजर आ रहा है नजारा? सुनिए आप।
क्या आपको
ये तस्वीरें हैं 25 feet tall walls around the airport and people are climbing them, running on the runways to try and catch a flight, even going on to the wings of the flight, the wheels of the flight. There are pictures where you can see women and children running and going towards the airport, and you can hear shots of AK-47s and rifles going on in the background. Listen in. Those visuals, we'll just get those visuals in just a minute. But Roman Rashid Sherzad stood. Okay, these are the visuals. Yes. Well, ये सुने आपने गोलियों की तड़तड़ाहट, आप इसे कह रहे हैं आज़ादी का जश्न। ये आज़ादी का जश्न, एंड उनसे सुनते हैं जो वहाँ से भाग कर आए हैं। फैमिली स्टक इन काबुल। रोमन रशीद शहजाद स्टूडेंट हैं, हमारे साथ हैं। रोमन, आई वांट टू आस्क you know, are people looking at this as a freedom struggle and this as the Independence Day of Afghanistan?
Yeah, thank you so much. It's not the freedom. Freedom ऐसा नहीं होता है. ज़ोर से एक हुकूमत को लेना इसे फ्रीडम नहीं कहता है. No one can govern like this. ये लोग ज़ोर ज़बरदस्ती से आ गए. हमारा हुकूमत था, हमारा आर्मी था, सब कुछ थे हमारे साथ. इंटरनेशनल रिलेशनशिप्स भी थे. But these Talibans, they came within a week or 2 weeks and they destroyed the overall country. So how we can call this a peaceful country or a peaceful transaction? हमारे एक दोस्त ने बोल दिया कि हाँ ये उन लोगों के लिए अच्छा होगा क्योंकि वुमेंस का एग्जैक्ट राइट उसे मिलेगा. मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछता हूँ. तालिबान ने 14 इयर्स की नीचे जो बच्चे होता है फीमेल्स गर्ल्स उससे ज़बरदस्ती अपने घरों से निकाला गया. उसे ज़बरदस्ती से उसके साथ शादी किया and they kept them as slaves and it's just for their physical need. तो आप इसे कौन से ह्यूमन राइट्स कहते हैं? आप इसे कौन से फ्रीडम कहते हैं? दिस इज़ द वन थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग विच आई हैव, पाकिस्तान बहुत ज़्यादा खुश होगा क्योंकि ये तालिबान दे इमर्ज बेसिकली फ्रॉम पाकिस्तान. आप मुझे एक बात बताइए, दुनिया में ऐसा एग्जांपल आप मुझे दे दे कि या इंडिया में या यूएस में या कनाडा में सारे दुनिया में कि अफगान ने एक ही एक्सप्लोजन किया है, एक फायर किया है? नहीं है. तालिबान कहाँ है? पाकिस्तान में. अल-कायदा कहाँ है? पाकिस्तान में. मुल्ला मोहम्मद उमर कहाँ था? पाकिस्तान में. Osama bin Laden कहा था? पाकिस्तान में. So where is the basic place of these people? This is Pakistan.
And that is why Pakistan is celebrating, as are very sadly some people in India. But listen to this statement from Roman Rashid Sharzad. ये खुद अफगानिस्तान से हैं और कह रहे हैं कि 14 साल से कम की उम्र की लड़कियों को तालिबान उठाकर ले जाती है. Is that human rights? Is this what some Indians in India are calling a freedom struggle reaching its conclusion? Think about it. There are the sounds of the machine guns, of the bullets being fired. There are people running away. Some people may say, well, it's not a forcible takeover. But then what is this? What is this? Why are people running away? Why do people want to get out of Kabul, of Afghanistan? Why are people not feeling safe? Why is there a pall of gloom? Why is there so much fear in the air? If it was independence, people should have been celebrating on the streets. But that's not what you see in the streets of Kabul, of Afghanistan. Think about it. Why are some in India celebrating the so-called bloodless coup? It's the beginning of another struggle in this region. And if Pakistan is celebrating and some in India too, then isn't the picture very clear of what's going on? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me on the News Hour. Taking a short break, more news on the other side.